BBC Tees, it's 4:25. And staying with the sunny weather, while it might be great for most of us to catch a tan or enjoy an ice cream or head out on the beach with family and friends, it was very, very busy indeed for the RNLI. That's a lifeboat service based in our area. Nice sunny weather and people being tempted into the sea when it gets hot is not always a good combination, as Dave Cox from the RNLI based in Redcar can tell us now. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So you had a very busy weekend then. What incidents were you called to first of all?
Well, it seems like we had a whole summer's worth of call-outs just in the one weekend, Amy. It started at lunchtime, noontime on Saturday, when we were called to a jet ski that had capsized off the Stray at Redcar. There were 3 people thrown in the water off the jet ski, and there was a 4th person left stranded on an inflatable ring that was being towed by the jet ski when it turned over. So we had to rescue all 4 people and bring them back to the shore and help them recover the jet ski. That was followed a few hours later on Saturday evening, about tea time, by a call out to the South Gare with our great nemesis, inflatable toys, an inflatable dinghy about 3 foot long that had a 6-year-old child in it, and it was blowing out to sea. Fortunately, a member of the public rescued the child before the lifeboat arrived, and all we had to do was to recover the dinghy. So that was Saturday, and then Sunday we had a further call out to 2 people cut off by the tide at Huntcliffe, another very common problem that we get in the summertime. They'd misjudged the tide and were stranded and had to be rescued by our lifeboat.
As while everyone else was enjoying the sunshine, evidently, Dave, obviously it was particularly busy for you on the cruise, but there are things people can do to try and help you, such as inflatables. We do hear every year of these kind of things happening, people getting on inflatables in the sea, but not realising that either there's a breeze or there's a current as well. So do you have any particular advice on people using inflatables in the sea?
We certainly do. I mean, we certainly don't want to be party poopers and stop people enjoying the coastline. It's a wonderful part of the world around here, but some basic safety measures, for example, inflatables just have a very long, very strong piece of rope attached to it with somebody responsible holding onto it on the shoreline. And then children can be very safe as long as they're competent swimmers or they're wearing a buoyancy aid. And it's other things like checking the tide times before you walk around cliffs and rocks. And in particular, the RNLI now look after the beaches at Redcar and Saltburn, so look out for the yellow and red flags. And then you know that the lifeguards are on duty and they'll take care of you if you're in the sea.
You must be anticipating a busy week as well, because obviously as the weather continues and it's lovely and sunny as it is now this afternoon, people are tempted to the beach on an afternoon or after school or into the evening as well, and the weather is forecast to be nice over the weekend as well, so it could be even busier for you.
Well, that's right. Certainly the inshore lifeboats such that we have at Redcar, the workload that we get is very much dependent on the weather, and fine weather always brings more people down to Redcar. It's been absolutely packed down at Redcar and Saltburn over the last few days, and over at Hartlepool. And there's no doubt that the more people using the sea, the more chances there is for an incident.
Just flipping things on their head ever so slightly, Dave, just finally, it highlights the kind of work that you're doing and the fact that you are there, you are funded by charitable donations, and ultimately you're saving lives, as you have done twice over the weekend and the rest already, and the weather's not been that nice for that long, really.
Well, that's right. As you say, the RNLI is a charity. Every penny that we spend is actually public money donated to us, and all our crew are volunteers, so while everybody else was having a wonderful time having barbecues and enjoying the beach, our guys have been pretty busy. So, yeah, we're pleased that people support us, and we're pleased that people need us, and we're pleased when we do save lives. It's what we do it for.
OK, well, Dave Cox, thank you very much for joining us this afternoon. Very busy weekend indeed for the RNLI based in Redcar. So if you're heading down to the beach at any time this afternoon or into the evening, or perhaps you're already planning next weekend, because the weather is due to stay nice until next weekend, then obviously do take care and bear in mind that the RNLI are very busy indeed. So especially if you're tempted onto those inflatables into the sea, good piece of advice there from Dave, just to have a piece of long string or rope or something, so that if anything goes wrong, you can kind of drag it back in to shore. But we'll no doubt hear from the RNLI for the rest of the week as things kind of hot up again. BBC Tees, it's now 4:30.
North Yorkshire.